How you doing? A few of you folks have asked where I'm working out of or what's the details on this shop. Well, this is a magical place called The Building. Now, why is it called The Building, you say? Well, because it's a building. That's about it. This is my dad's shop. We've owned this for about 22 years. I grew up here. It's where my love of anything with an engine stems from. Done a lot of crazy stuff out here. I've rolled golf carts, ran over cars. I've done a ton of crazy stuff. But for 2023, I have a goal at the building, and that's to get everything running inside and outside the building. Now, there's a lot of stuff you guys might have seen in the background in previous videos. A lot of stuff. Some junk, some really cool things. Today, we're going to be getting something running that has a little bit of sentimental value to me. Something we've had for a while, something that hasn't moved for a while. Oh yeah, it's this beast of a dirt bike right here. This is, I think, 2001 or 2002 Yamaha TTR 125. And my dad and I got this and a TTR 90 way back, I don't know, 01 or 02. And those two were the first dirt bikes I had ever ridden. Now, I'm anything but a good dirt bike rider, but still fun. And like I said, this one was the first clutch-shifted dirt bike or two-wheeled anything that I ever rode. So I've done a lot of fun things on this. I've dumped it a few times. But I've had a lot of fun riding around. I couldn't even tell you probably how many hundreds of miles riding this thing around the building when I was a kid. So I'd like to get it back running. Again, this dirt bike isn't anything fast, obviously. It's not a motocross bike. It's just a piece of Richard Rule's history. So I want to get it running. And well, once I get it running, maybe do something with it. But step one is getting it running. So as you guys saw, it's in a pretty big pile of stuff. So phase one's going to be digging it out. I'm going to do that right now. Oh yeah, 125L. I forgot the L. This is the big dog 125. Very well possible that that clean out to get this thing pulled out took more. Very possible that the clean out I just did in order to pull this bike out takes longer than it will take. All right, yeah. Let me smell the gas real quick here. Yeah, it smells bad. So, I don't even know if there is gas. Let me listen. Sounds like there's a little gas in there. So I think step one is going to be drain the gas. And actually, step one is going to be getting this thing into the heat. This cold weather is not a big fan. So we're going to get it in the heat, and then we'll drain the gas, what little gas there is left. And then we'll just see where it goes. Maybe I'll need to take the carburetor off. Maybe I won't. This thing's always had carburetor issues with the choke. The choke was never enough to get this thing to start up. You always had to take the intake tube off the carburetor and put like a rag or something over it or to cut off more of the air. I don't know why. Yamaha didn't know why. He doesn't know why. The world might never know why. But what I want to know is this thing going to run tonight? I'm going to get in the room. Let's drain some gas. Man, you just got to appreciate how simple of a machine this is. 125 air-cooled. I took one more whiff and came to the conclusion that my buddy Varn is hanging out inside the tank. Yeah, my buddy Varn. Last name Ish. Varnish. All right, I'm going to disconnect this fuel line, drain that nasty stuff out. And then I'm just going to put fresh gas in. And like I said, I've always had to take this tube off and put a towel over the carburetor in order to get this thing to run if it sat for any period of time. Well, drain the gas. I got some decent stuff over there. See what happens. Well, I said, what the heck? Just take the carburetor off. Get old Varn out of there. And that's not oil, that's the gas that came out of the carburetor. So, got to still drain the tank and pop this thing apart, see what's inside. Probably some yuckiness. But this thing has, I'd say, at least 60% odds of running tonight. I'm pretty happy to hear it. Had a little water spill there. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Moving on. Really glad I took the carburetor off. So, Varn, yeah, he was definitely in town. Nasty in there. Really nasty. Same thing. Looking at the jets. Probably super nasty when those get popped out. So I'm going to disassemble this carburetor a little bit further. Clean it up. Might put it in the parts washer. I don't know if Carb Clean or whatever is going to do a good enough job. Might have to go to the parts washer. And I flushed out the fuel tank with some gas. Not that, because that's not gas. And we got clean gas coming out of there. So this is all said and done. I think this thing's going to fire up. I got confidence in it. All reliable. We're looking much mo better than we were before. So this is all clean. Float bowl, pretty solid. Ready to go back together. I'm ready to hear it run. I mean, there's no other option. I need to hear it run. That's that. Well, we're back together. No extra parts. No fuel pouring out. The only thing left to do is try and start this thing. I'm ready for it. Bringing back a ton of good memories. Just being a kid having fun. Doesn't get much better than that. So I'm going to kick this thing over and maybe she'll light up. Hopefully. All right, I had some technical difficulties with this. I had the float in wrong, and then the float was sticking, and whatever. Anyways, we're going frickin' first person on the startup now. That third person stuff wasn't cutting it. Choke Master 300 in here. Junk. Oh yeah. Come on, baby. Patrols, baby. Well, she needs some tuning, I think, but it runs. It's a good feeling. One more thing checked off the list. I wasn't running. That's going to be it for today. It's about 1 a.m. I've had enough. I'll see you guys later.